Hey guys, how is it going? In today's daily update, I actually wanted to make a video for you and just make sure you understand everything from the yesterday's update where I showed you these two levels I was watching for the day, this resistance and the support when we were somewhere, let's say around here when I was making the update. So for me it was really clear where I would be watching at the first support which I made here, and just really quickly what happened there. So on the 15-minute chart, keep in mind we got right to the zone, we got beautiful rejection, okay, and what usually is happening on Bitcoin, you can see that happen here too, that you know they try to take the liquidity, the first traders that got into those trades, to take them out. So that's why you see this little wick. So yeah, so we saw this a little wick to take the early traders, and then a beautiful move to the upside. And um, these technical analyses were just amazing. You can see that we made the first stop around the VWAP, but ultimately we had another rejection, we were able to reclaim it, and then we had nice pump right into the zone of resistance where we had nice, let's say roughly 1.2% rejection, okay. And what happened then? Well, we had the nice rejection, but we got up there once more. We got rejected once again, but we were not really able to move any further, and then ultimately we just broke the resistance, okay. So this is pretty normal, okay. We cannot really expect that we would reject from the support and then reject from the resistance and change the course right away, okay. Everything like that is just, it's developing during the day, okay. So I know where to look at for the support and resistance, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna hold, okay. The same thing could have happened down here, right. This was beautiful, but we could have easily rejected from the VWAP. You don't know that at that time, right? So it needs to be monitored during the day, but I believe that this was awesome for you, that you had those nice zones where you could have been looking for potential shorts, right? So that's from yesterday's, and since we still have it on the chart, we should also look at the today. And so far what I'm looking at today is we still have this weekly horizontal right above us. We have kind of fresh daily, and when we pull the fib retracement, we can see that we are right at the golden pocket at the moment, okay. So what should we take from here? Okay, so the golden pocket, definitely resistance. You can see first touch, second touch, third touch. Yeah, we could say it's weaker at the moment, okay, but still we can just draw this line and we can see that it was simply support, support, resistance, resistance, right? So nice SR zone, and it still is resistance, okay. And the first support, if we actually rejected here, really nice, but we got there once more, and now we took the first traders, right, with nice rejection. You can all probably understand what it can mean for day traders, right? And so what are we looking at now? We are looking at the first support, right? Yeah, we should keep an eye on the VWAP with the daily, right? But ultimately, I would rather be watching for the last resistance we had. So now it turned into support, right? I wouldn't say it's really like very good support, but it is the daily support, right? So if we can get from here, this is the first support I'm looking at, right? And if it cannot hold, well, actually, my expectations, if we can get there, we could get something like this. But ultimately, I'm actually looking at the lower, right? And where we should be looking at first. So we have this fib retracement, and we actually have the previous day we went over here. We have the golden pocket, we have daily horizontal. It doesn't line exactly, which would be preferable, right? Plus we have this liquidity right below here, which is another level to watch. And we should also draw some SR levels, which would be over here. I would say it's a little higher, right? It's more like here. Okay, but it's only one. When we can look for another one, it would be something like this. Yeah, so it's exactly the golden pocket, right? And so yeah, and if we could get something like this rejection, let's say even get to higher, it's hard to say for now. We are watching down here, and at that point we could look at, let's say, extension. We have the one-to-one here, right? Of course we could see this lower or higher, it depends, right? Probably. So it could be, but we cannot say at the moment, and we don't even know if we can get down there from here. So yeah, this is the first daily kind of support. This is much nicer support, I would say, right? Another thing why this is the daily support for me is when we look at the triangle everybody's looking at, right? I wouldn't trade off of the triangle at all, but we cannot deny that the trend line played some role over here, right? And if we actually adjust it right lower like this, okay, so we have this two touches, and now we actually have these two touches here too. So we cannot deny that, but for me it doesn't really play the role on the 15-minute, because if we would get down here and really quickly move up, so it's just quick wick. When you look at the 1 hour chart or even 4 hour chart, it would be just wick below that. So that's why I don't really look at it that way, right? So on the 15-minute, and yes, if we get so low, we reject it from the golden pocket up here, but I believe this could be a very nice support. Always be patient, guys. Keep in mind that we need to see some data, right? So if we get there, we need to see what's actually happening here, right? we should be always aware of what's going on, like here, right? Beautiful touch. But then we took the low once more. What happened here? We got there and we took the low once, the high once more. Here we got here and we took it once more. Okay, so what does it mean? I mean, at least here you have like 3 hours. Here it was a little faster, right? But still you had like hour and 30 minutes. So be patient, wait for it, wait what's happening here, and then decide what you want to do. Okay, but this is I would say pretty nice plan, but this is in case we can move from the golden pocket. Okay, so this is for the downside, right? So if I actually clear this, so this is the first intraday support for me, and the second one, actually the bigger one, would be down here. Okay, and now we need to okay, so let me just take it to one nice group. Okay, so daily support, hold on, daily support, what else do we need there? Trend line, and this. Okay, so that's it. That's to the downside. And now what we could expect if we actually can kind of hold this golden pocket, right? Or, you know, even still stay in this little range we are at the moment. This little range, see, so this is the middle, we have the daily open, so this could easily still hold, right? But if you're looking at like this is your resistance, so you are kind of still looking at, okay, if you would trade a range, something like this, right? Still maybe a range. So yeah, okay, let's say we can hold it somehow, even move down and reclaim it and move to the upside. So what's next? What's above us? Well, first of all, we still have this weekly, okay, plus the daily where we have the 786, but for me it's really hard to say, because even for me, even though we would get there, I'm not really that interested, because we can reject, right? But this is still the big support. So even though we would get to the upside, reject, I would be still waiting for this zone to be lost, right? So let's say we get there. So for me, it's nothing. I want to see what's happening. I want to see what's going on there, but I'm actually waiting for this to be lost, okay, for me to look any lower. So that's with the resistance, but yeah, so actually this is the daily resistance for me, right? That's for sure. And if I would let's say we look at the daily volume, right? So what we can see, we are ejected from the value area low of this day's volume profile, exactly. And let's say we get back in, right? So I don't see nothing clear. If we get back here, it means we are above the weekly. Here we have another level, and we have the point of control. So yeah, everything above this I would be watching. I would be patient. What's gonna happen, right? If you know, even if we would get rejected from here, what's happening then? Okay, can we at least lose this weekly level? I would say, okay, it looks much better. Can we lose this and then this side, right? So yeah, actually today I want you to just be aware of this weekly and daily with the 786, but for me it's no like zone I would be drawing up here for you at the moment. So yeah, that's it. I believe you had a beautiful plan for the upside where we are at right now, and plan for the downside. Okay, and at the end of this I want to look at a little bigger perspective, and what we are seeing, I have to say I'm at this point still more leaning to the bullish, and over like wanting to see the all-time highs, because this range we're above the point of control, right? We are trading up here, and even though I would never be buying up here because we are at the clear resistance, this is interesting level for me. Okay, ultimately if we lose it, I would be looking a little lower around the point of control, right? Hope this overview helps you, and make sure you keep in mind that any of this is not financial advice. Okay, this is just for educational purposes. Everything I say is just my viewpoint on the chart, and that is no financial advice. Okay, make your own decisions and make your own plan, and uh, keep getting better, educating yourself, and uh, work harder.